Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming, the Harbinger of Destruction, the Dragon of the Abyss. How are you doing today, Dreadknights? I'm early. Normally I don't stream this early, but I had a little bit extra free time, so I decided, let me start a little bit early today. We're going to be playing Diablo IV. I was originally going to play Don't Starve Together. Played a little bit off a stream of it. I was like, I don't really feel like playing this. I'd rather do some grinding in Sanctuary and continue the seasonal journey, especially since obviously VODs have been pretty good. Decent numbers, higher than other stuff that I've seen in a while here over on YouTube. So I was like, hey, why don't we just close out the week with Diablo 4? It is the more enjoyable experience, kind of, sort of, for me. And people are interested in watching me grind, so might as well continue it. So Don't Starve Together, probably sometime next week, early next week. I do have the game. It's just, I could get motivated to play it on stream. I need to play stuff that I feel like playing. So let's continue. Enough of the yapping. Well, even though we're going to yap a bit in this game, let me make sure the audio works for this real quick second. I want these guys to be able to hear the game. You can. Okay, good. Shall we? So I did a lot of grinding off the stream again. So I am Paragon 112. If you add the 70 to that, I'm basically level 142 in this game right now. Things that I'm focusing on today is I want to get a specific pair of unique pants. There's another thing that I want to do is get like some of the mythic uniques that I need to further push this build to the ultimate level. We have to grind some other stuff up as well. So we're going to focus on farming today. Mostly going to be between Torment 3 and 4, depending how quickly we can do things Dreadknight. So that's the game plan. You know, as Mike Tyson used to say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, but we're doing pretty good. This is a barrage build, for those of you who don't know. So we're playing Barrage Multi-Shot Rogue. Because I wanted something that was very close to what the Demon Hunter is like in Diablo 3. Because I like the Demon Hunter, so I was like, I need to play something a little bit more akin to what I'm used to. Let's grab this. And so far, I've been having pretty good results. It's an A-tier type of build. It's not really S-tier. S-tier is the Death Trap build, but I didn't want to play something that everybody else is playing, because it gets kind of boring for me to just play non-stop meta. If that were the case, I would have just done Whirlwind Barbarian. I would have rolled a Whirlwind Barbarian like I have done in the past. I was like, I don't really want to play Barbarian again, especially since I did a lot of Eternal Realm grinding. Ironically, it's better to avoid the seasonal portals in my playtesting than to actually engage in them with the pit, because they just slow you down and you don't get as much experience points as if you just focus on the mobs that you should be focusing on. Oh, no. Okay. So that's basically the plan for today. The good thing about doing these pits too is because I still need to level up quite a bit. So we should focus on our efforts mostly on leveling today as well. So I don't know how many great strides we're going to be able to do for today, but I have a plan. Whether it works out the way I want it to is another story. Because, you know, every once in a while you have a plan and it might not exactly go in your favor or the way that you're kind of hoping that it would go. Case in point, pretty sure a lot of you have heard the news about Sony PlayStation 5 as well as the PlayStation 6 already, because they're getting dragged in the mud, rightfully so, on the internet right now. Everybody is making a parody of their news announcement about phasing out physical discs. So when I woke up early this morning, so I had a lot of work that I had to tend to, I checked social media to kind of, you know, like I normally do. Just a quick round of it, because I don't like to necessarily doom scroll or anything of that nature. And I saw that Domino's UK was making fun of the PlayStation news. On top of that, a lot of game developers were making fun of the PlayStation news as well. It's just a whole bunch of funniness. So, you know, everybody's kind of basically dragging Sony, rightfully so again, in the mud. I did like the fact that Trevor Noah, who I don't know how many of you are familiar with him, he is the host, or I think he was the host, I don't know if he still is, of The Daily Show. I mean, Jon Stewart does like Mondays. And he was even making fun of, not really making fun of, but he was pointing out the importance of physical media, because the thing that a lot of people don't understand, and yeah, because I'm playing a game on Battle.net, and I play games on Steam and stuff, is when you buy stuff, at least on PC, you actually own, like, the actual games. You're not necessarily renting them. For example, there's a lot of Steam games that when you buy it, you technically don't require the Steam launcher to actually activate them, and you can use the executive file to them. So, like, let's say Steam were ever go out of business, which is highly unlikely that it would, they can, a gamer, you know, can transfer over their files and their folders and be able to play the game just fine. It's not the same like what PlayStation is doing. What PlayStation is doing concurrently at the moment is telling people that you are basically have the ability to rent the games from Sony, and at any point that they decide that they're going to revoke access to it, you don't have them. You won't be able to. What happens if your PlayStation 6 breaks? How do you transfer over those files? What happens if the PlayStation 5 or 6 hard drive fails on that? What happens if they decide to do like what they're doing with the PlayStation Free Store as well as the Vita Store, where there are only certain games that are only download available and they're not planning to re-release them, it seems. And even if they did re-release them, they're not going to give them to players for free who already bought the game. See, it sets a very dangerous precedent that a company can tell you at any point that all those games that you thought that you actually owned and were buying are not yours, and you dump a whole bunch of money. It's way different than the Steam situation. The Steam situation, you know what, I have a game, right? I've gone through, this is my second computer that I'm on concurrently since I started gaming on PC. My first computer broke down, and I was able to continue all my save data and move on everything onto this computer thanks to my Steam account. It's way different than what Sony's trying to pull. Sony's trying to pull something where you're never going to own them, and when things are delisted, that's it. You're done, and you don't have access to it. Case in point, they had people removing movies from their account, like actual movies, because I guess the licensing deal. Now, other places let you keep the movies that you have, you know, obviously paid for and stuff, and you have it for life. There's big differences. So it's like, usually what happens when you see this type of discord on the internet is people who are saying, oh, well, it's not a big deal, I've been buying digital for X amount of years and stuff. It's people who don't know, like, truly the ins and outs of what's going on in the industry and stuff. And here's the other thing, too. Like, the excuse that a lot of game developers used to use, particularly like Sony, was that it's very expensive to make the Blu-ray disc, and it's very expensive for this. It's very... Okay, now that you're not doing any physical game production whatsoever, and it's only the system that is costing a lot of money to be able to actually, you know, develop and stuff, why are the games $79, $80? Why are the games going up if we're getting less? We're not getting the physical game cartridge anymore, so shouldn't the prices on that stuff go down? Shouldn't they not be going up? Because we now are not getting physical products, right? So it's just one of the many disparities within the gaming industry right now. And this is stuff that's very important. Like, I know a lot of younger people don't think physical media is important because they don't want to have, like, the space of all that stuff. But owning things is very important, because it starts with video games, and it starts with Netflix, and it starts with other things. And then before you know it, you're not going to own anything that you buy, and at any point it's just going to be revoked from you, and the things that you spent your hard-earned money on, that you had to work for and had to grind for and everything, you don't own any of it. You know, that's the scary part. That's the part that people really need to be focused on. That's the part that people need to be worried on, and they're not. You know, so you got to have your eyes on the prize, Dreadknights, right now. You know, it's a very dangerous precedent. Alright, we're gonna go into another one. So, you know, if you want physical media to stay preserved, you need to speak with your wallets. Speak with your wallets, because if you don't speak with your wallets, I guarantee you, we're getting very close to an age where we're gonna be basically paying monthly subscriptions per game. Hasn't started yet, but you know what, once we start losing physical ownership on games, that's the next step. Then it'll be a subscription services per month for each game and stuff. And they will, you know, I don't like the way that the game industry is going. And there was this really interesting tweet that I saw earlier on that I think hit it on the nail perfectly. How, hold that thought, I don't want to die here. How all of us were incredibly excited for the Summer Game Fest and all the news of all the new games. And all that goodwill that we had with the Summer Game Fest of all those exciting titles, in the course of this week, have been completely eroded to the point where most people are now groaning. And the one thing that's going to happen too, ironically, is that, and I've seen a lot of people talk about, is that a lot of retro gaming, which is kind of funny because a lot of those systems aren't technically retro to me because I grew up with a lot of them. A lot of retro gaming is going to make a comeback, and people are going to go looking for older systems like Sega Dreamcast, The PlayStation 2. What other things have robust libraries? The NES Entertainment System. You know, the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Those type of old school media is probably going to make a big comeback. Like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to advocate for anything that necessarily is something you shouldn't, but like, you know, I have, for myself, I'm a collector, right? So I have the whole entire Dreamcast library at my disposal. I have every Dreamcast game that was ever made. So like for me, if I get bored of the games that I'm playing currently, I could just fire up my Sega Dreamcast and pick games that I've never played before. Like I have Alone in the Dark 4, and I think it's like sealed copy of Alone in the Dark 4 right now, that I've never played. I have Illbleed on the Sega Dreamcast that I have never played before that is sealed. I have games for days that I can go back and play and revisit based on everything that's, you know, going on. Like, I'm not in a drought for anything. There's stuff still on Steam that I haven't even finished yet. For example, I haven't finished, because I just haven't had the time to casually game, where I'm not doing something either for the channel or grinding or preparing for a tournament, that I actually don't... I haven't actually finished Batman Arkham Origins. I started it. I think I got it for like a Christmas sale, maybe 2 Christmases ago at this point. And I bought it very cheap, mind you, like a $2 or $3 I got it on Steam. Which is another point that I should probably make for a lot of people. Is like, Sony never puts their games on sale in the digital shop. It's not like Nintendo and stuff. Like, some really, really old games have never gone in price, so that's another, like, black eye to this whole thing. But yeah, like, I have so many things I can go to and play. I haven't finished Batman Arkham Origins. I could go back and play that. There's a couple of Steam games that I bought that maybe I've touched them a little bit. For example, Super Meat Boy Forever, even though that was a terrible game. I still haven't finished that one. So I think what's going to happen for a lot of people with this whole Sony fiasco and other things is they're just going to go either to retro gaming, which would be awesome, because there's so many games I could recommend to people who have never really done retro gaming, or they're going to just start looking at indie titles, you know, very cheap indie titles. For example, what's that game that came out recently? Mecha Chameleon, I think is the name of it. Mecha Chameleon's like that new Friendsoft game that everybody's like going super crazy for. It's very laggy. What's going on? The pit run. So Mecha Chameleon is like the rage now with a whole bunch of people that are like bandwagon jumping on that. I'm stuck here. Let me free. Let me free. This is because I don't like Mecha Chameleon. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't play Friendslop outside of Repo. That's the only Friendslop I like. I can't wait for the new update for Repo to come out. But you know, so like Mecha Chameleon stuff is sold. What is it? Millions and millions of copies now. So, you know, I think that people are just going to focus on that type of stuff. And those are the type of experiences we're going to get instead. You know, where people just move to the indie stuff where it's cheaper anyway. I think it's ridiculous in this day and age that we're paying... How much? Is this the boss? I think it's ridiculous at this point that we're paying $79 for games and we're getting less content in them. Okay. Did it. Nice. Let's pick up some of this stuff, even though it's kind of inconsequential to us. Alright, so we gotta get fluidity up here. Good. 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 Great. Alright. So probably like, Dread, why'd you do that? Trust the process. Let's go back to base. So, you know, it's to be fascinating. I think a lot of people are going to focus on retro gaming now. I think a lot of people are going to be focusing on indie game titles. I think there'll be people who maybe get completely out of gaming, too. Because I have seen some people who don't want, like, to build the PC, which I understand PCs are expensive because of the RAM situation that's going on as well. That's why I'm kind of glad that I got my computer when I did, for the replacement to the laptop that I had, because if I had to deal with it now, with those RAM prices, the mid-range laptop that I have now would be way worse, you know, so we'll see. I mean, most of the stuff I'm playing right now is indie games. Repo was like my big obsession. Outside of Repo, Don't Starve Together, which I've been playing a little bit off of stream. Other things I've been playing... Should we do this? Probably put one of those on. I've been playing Stardew Valley. I still play Stardew Valley from time to time. I do enjoy a good Stardew Valley. I haven't finished Graveyard Keeper. I should probably go back to that at some point. Like, I haven't really been playing too many AAA titles. Like, I've was playing Forza for a bit, and then I didn't like how the online play for that was, and I didn't really understand how to really make convoys, so I stopped playing Forza, which was kind of like, I spent so much money on Forza, and I think I got maybe a week out of it at best, which was kind of disappointing, because I didn't realize it was also going to be like a live subscription type of service, in the sense that, like Fortnite, where you're going to have to do like seasonal events to unlock cars and stuff that aren't in the regular game, and I was like, I don't have time to play a card game 24/7. It's like not my cup of tea necessarily. Good. Grab that. Nice. We're gonna push over this way. There's a lot of things too. Like, I was watching somebody play yesterday. What is it? Slay the Spire? That looks pretty good. Maybe at some point I would be interested in playing that. I still also have to finish Vampire Crawlers, because I haven't... Like, I started playing it, I did a little bit of on stream, and I never really finished it, because I felt like the game was getting, like, really difficult. I thought I had to go back to, like, really grind to truly understand, like, my card synergies at home. Also, I think one of the things that kind of annoyed me about Vampire Crawlers is I had a deck idea where I could just draw infinite cards, and there was, like, an actual punishment system for that. And when I got hit with that punishment system, it kind of killed my ambition to build our decks. Because it's like I wanted to be able to try out like different strategies. And that one, which I thought was a pretty viable strategy with a character, was not. That kind of killed things for me. You know. Let's shoot this. Okay, good. Collect that. Nice. Doing this to add time to the clock. I'm doing Torment 4, for those of you who are wondering, so... Not an easy... I mean, obviously I'm not in Torment 12, because I don't know life this game. I actually have to eat, and I have to rest, and I don't have as much time as I used to be able to super grind. Especially since I, like I mentioned before, I do play a lot of games. I do enjoy Diablo 4, don't get me wrong. Even though there's a lot of things from the season that I was pretty disappointed with. I felt, and most people that saw me streaming it yesterday, I was very disappointed with the story itself. The story itself felt very half-baked to me. Like, it truly felt half-baked. Like, they kind of did it in the span of one night they wrote it. You know, I do like the implications of Mephiel coming back, but I'm not sure I would be down for, like, a Reaper of Souls expansion, too, just to have that story being told. Unless they do something to say he comes back as a demon. Like, I always kind of wanted Anarius to come back as a demon, but considering how the storyline campaign went, I think that fight that we have with Anarius in his mind, for the memories, is probably the best that we're gonna get. Alright. Gotta hurry up, this is actually not good. I wanted to add more time on the clock. This is why I don't like Undercity cross runs, particularly. Like my least favorite endgame mechanic. I was kind of hoping that at some point they would change it. I feel like this particular system needs an overhaul. For like some of the stuff that's available in this game. Okay. Go. Nice. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but since I'm already here, there's no choice. I might have to bum rush and not get like all the stuff. Maybe putting also that... Oh, that's gonna be bad if I can't move. Remember, I'm in a Torment difficulty where everything's much harder now. Not like the Erd Day where it was an easy city. He's got poison affixes and one hit day. I'm not sure I like that. I think maybe we're just gonna go where we can before it's over. Because if it does, I don't think it counts if we fail it. Let's see if we can get more time back on the clock. I think we just settle for fighting the boss, and whatever we get is whatever we got here. Thinking maybe, ideally, too, we should probably bump it down to Torment 3. I think we should be at Torment 4. I feel like maybe we need to be a couple more Paragon levels higher, maybe more Ancestral Legendary gear before we try our hand at this. It's gonna kill me if I'm not careful. Okay. I'm gonna continue to progress here. I'm trying to see if I can add a significant amount of time back on the clock. If we don't, it's gonna be our turn. Good. Alright, let's pop this. Shoot this. Good job. Nice. Let's get the atonement. Okay, good. We don't have that much time. I see something where we could add some time, but I don't think it's gonna work with... Aw, jeez. There's some time off the clock, too. Bad idea. Very bad idea on our part. But hey, what are you gonna do? Cry about it? We could. Yeah. I think a lot of people were expecting me to play the trap version in this. I don't really want to do that. I mean, I know we'd be having a more efficient time, but I want to play the build that I feel like playing. That's the one thing, too, for, like, Diablo 4 right now. Build disparity is incredibly high, despite the fact that they were treating their horn that, like, every build was going to be viable in this game. This one takes so much work to get it to really, truly go. I have to ignore that because I don't have enough time on the clock in the game. It would be worse for us if we tried. Okay, let's go. Nice. Grab that. Good. Fire these away. Nice. Oh, we don't have any time on this clock. I think we'll probably have to settle for 2 level at best. I'm lagged out, maybe? Yeah, it looked like we're rubber banding. I'll check OBS in a minute. I can't want them in the game. I think we should be fine, but Spectrum Internet likes to be really stupid lately. Can't wait to, like, move so I don't have to deal with these issues anymore. Okay. Just gonna go for the portal. Because, like, the internet in my area is just terrible in general. The services are terrible. There's not really, like, great alternatives, unfortunately. Can we kill this boss relatively comfortable? Okay. Need to get a frozen here. Good job. Good job. Oh, damn it. I've ever had to fight her this way. That was a lag spike. I just got hit by stuff that I didn't want to get hit by. Okay, good. Watch out. I don't want to stand in... Aw, oh, come on, bro. Oh, she's like that R thing that I used to fight. Different boss. Forgot the name of it, because most of the bosses kind of feel the same. Stop moving around. Yeah. Oh, I thought we had killed her. You little tart. Let's see if I can kind of cheat the system. I better get some good loot out of this. That was inconsequential. I mean, we got some rune words, though, so can't complain. Decent amount of rune words. Let's go back. Good time to check OBS. These guys are with me. You're in green. I experienced some lag spike, but every so often I think in the game. It's just, that's Diablo 4 for you these days. Diablo 4 servers. Sometimes I say they're like held between spaghetti and chewing gum, because that's how I feel like. Alright, next thing is a Hell Tide. We can claim our Trio Whispers, though. So we should probably do that before we do anything else. Or, never mind. How many do I have to open? Oh, hold that thought. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it down to Torment 3, just so we can do things a little bit quicker, a little bit more comfortable. And then we can always bump it up then afterwards. Good. Let's do this. Okay, nice. Good. Take care of this enemy. I gotta fix something that I gotta wait when we're not in a very hard, difficult content to do it. Okay, good. Peace out. I need to see... Where is it? I need to see how many cinders. Because the game is trying to tell me Cinder Earth, you know. I wish it wouldn't switch around the stuff that you have set. Like, it does it automatically, because I guess it wants to tell you which objective you should be focusing on. But for me right now, I just want to kill a couple birds with one stone, so to speak. Good. Nice, 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 nice. Let's see if I can make it to this area. There's some pandemonium chests that spawn that. I've seen some decent items drop from them. Or not. Oh god, that's way too much. That's just way too much. Yeah, we gotta dumb it down a little. Let's go back to Temis a minute. I feel like we'd be more comfortable in Torment level 3. Which I feel would be overall better for what we're trying to accomplish. Let me double check something as well here while we're waiting. Gonna get rid of that. We're gonna repair our gear. On top of repairing our gear, isn't there... should be a statue. Like over here that I can claim, so I don't have to go far, so I can get rid of that message as well. Let's do chaos. Hopefully it gives me some materials I need. That was terrible. Gave us a point. Other than that, not too useful. I'm gonna dumb it down to Torment 3 for a bit. It's Torment 4 and Helltide. We're not just there yet. We have to upgrade our glyphs a little bit more, as well as our gear, because it's better for like ancestral gear, fully, which we don't have yet. On top of that, we don't have like the talisman set that we need necessarily, so let's just dumb it down a little bit to make things a bit more fast and efficient in terms of the farming. Because if not, it's just not going to be the most effective use of our time. And then we'll bump it back up when we're ready to go. The Helltide's here, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to mark something so that we know which way we're going. And then from there, we'll just profit. How is everybody, by the way? Hopefully doing well. Alright. Let's take care of these enemies. Be pretty good to go. Alright. Watch out. Watch out. Let's take care of these. Oh, that's a bad rotation. If I stand there too much, I'm gonna get killed from the AoE effects. Alright, let's get the raw primal. Interesting. I got a random TikTok message. Who messages people on TikTok of all things? Please don't message Dread on TikTok of all things. I barely even use that app. I'm on it. I think I posted... last time I posted was a Diablo IV video months ago. I just kind of don't like TikTok. It's like Instagram. Dread has an Instagram, but I don't use it. I don't really like those type of like short form things. That's kind of my beef actually right now with like YouTube, because YouTube's trying to push like YouTube Shorts and trying to get creators to make that stuff instead. Oh, this Helltide, what happened to it? I'm out of the Helltide, that's why. It's like, these enemies are way too easy. Way, way too easy for us. Let's push this way. We need to open a chest. At least 2 chests for 250. Should be pretty easy to do. Open this. Get this. Oh no! It's okay, the great and powerful Dreadscape Gaming will save you, unless you turn into a demon. Then I have to slay you. Oh well. Not the first time I've had to slay a demon, I suppose. Okay. Move back. Got it. Get a Phantom Maker. I don't actually need a Phantom Maker. That's not going to do anything for us. Oof. Watch out for the poison. This is the one thing in Diablo 4 is you can't ever stand still. If you stand still, most likely you're going to get killed by an AoE effect that's either poison, and if it's not poison, it's most likely going to be like a fire explosion, or the one that I hate the most is the sword that falls down. Like, everybody hates that one. I don't know anybody who actually likes that modifier that the enemies have. And the reason how you know that they have it is usually if you have the time and you read above their head, some of the ones that are glowing, which are called champion elite packs, it changes between games, will tell you above them whether they're like magic resistant, physical resistant, These don't, because these are small, weak enemies. But look at this one. I can't read it to you, but you can read it for yourself, and it'll tell you. There's Explosive, Berserker, Cracking Soul, Shadow Enchant. So it's got a lot of things going on with it. It's multiple modifiers that make the enemy tougher, and that's basically what a lot of endgame for Diablo 4 is. But some of them are, like, really cheap modifiers, and cheap, like, in that they cause, like, unnecessary death sometimes. Or it's like, it's not like a death that you feel was very fair, so to speak. Not always. There's some that are very fair, and it's like a skill issue thing. But like when you're having a whole bunch of these guys coming at you, like for example, this is going to have a Chaos Wave. This is going to get poison. I have to stand in the center here. There's a poison cloud. If there's so many things going on screen, it's very hard sometimes to even distinguish exactly where it's safe to land. And this has been a point of contention with a lot of Diablo 4 players for a long time, that we need to be able to actually see the ground and what's happening sometimes, so we can avoid standing in poison without knowing. Standing, you know, here I see the explosion because I'm very far away. I'm playing a build that fortunately I get to play the keep away game, but if I'm here in the center and something explodes right now and I don't have like a lot of time to react to it, case in point here, look at that. 4 different one-hit KOs. Correction, 5 different one-hit KOs. And there's so much stuff else that's going on there, it's very hard to tell it. You know? And this is something that a lot of players have complained about, and you would hope Blizzard would address it, but they never do, which has frustrated a lot of people, you know? Something that has been an issue, particularly for the Warlock release, which was last season, last expansion. In the new expansion, we still have these problems, you know? Are they big issues? Not necessarily. I have a class that can dodge that stuff, but there are people, like, let's say you're a melee character, and you're fighting something like that, and you don't have, like, a chance to actually respond. Is that necessarily a fair and balanced death? Is that, you know, it's hard to argue that. I would say probably not. I don't think it's good in terms of game balancing, but, you know, I don't develop the game, I just critique the game as a player of this, who's played all the Diablo games. I felt like, in at least Diablo 2, the damage modifiers for the champion packs were a bit more fair, where when you died, it was really because of a skill issue, not because something felt, like, cheap and synthetically manufactured. Case in point, there's a poison pool. I can see it there, but if there was a whole bunch of swarm of enemies, like in the previous thing with the seasonal thing that we did, how many? 75. You know? I don't know if I'm going to be able to open another chest before this Helltide's over, because these Helltides change every hour on the hour. Avoid that. Look at that, another AoE. Sometimes I just wish, like, the enemies would have more damage output and not have, like, cheap AoE all over the place in Torment. One day, perhaps, Diablo 4 will do something in terms of that for better balancing, but I do not feel like we're gonna get that anytime soon. Can I actually kill this? This might give me decent loot. I think we can. Just gotta stick a move. Sting like a butterfly, float like a mosquito. Was from an old Nintendo game by the name of Punch-Out!, for those of you who maybe don't know. Punch-Out! Was pretty fun. There's Mike Tyson Punch-Out!, and then there was Punch-Out! When Mike Tyson went into the controversy, when he went to jail. They changed it to Punch-Out! Without Mike Tyson. And they had Mr. Dream, which is basically a white version of Mike Tyson. They've never had Mr. Dream return in another game for Punch-Out!, which I've always found surprising, because it would have been kind of cool. I'm actually shocked that we didn't get a Punch-Out! On the Nintendo Switch. I understand that Punch-Out! On the Wii didn't really sell too well, but I would have liked to have seen another Punch-Out!. This feels like a franchise that should be revisited, in my opinion. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll get like a remake of Punch-Out! On the Switch too, because we're getting the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. We got the Star Fox remake, which is basically another remake of Star Fox 64. Which I know people didn't like the art style, but the art style looked fine, in my opinion. I would like a Pokemon Gen 1 remake that's not like Let's Go Pikachu. I have Let's Go Pikachu, don't get me wrong, I don't think Let's Go Pikachu is bad. But I would prefer, I don't know, like a true Gen 1 remake. I know they're moving on to Gen 10 on the Switch 2, and what are the games called now? Water and Wind, is it? Or something like that? I haven't really been keeping up too much on Pokemon. Once they made the move from VCG, where it's not like the mainline games and they're just going to use Pokemon Champions as it, I just kind of dropped out of it. Because for me, like, the really big allure of Pokemon games besides like catching the Pokemon and exploring the open world and stuff, is actually being able to like train stuff in the base games for VGC competition. And the thing is, like with Pokemon Champions, you remove all the like aspects that made it fun to train and to battle and to prepare and stuff like that. Like if you remove the most fun aspect of VGC competition, which is raising your Pokemon and breeding and other things, like what's the point? At that point, you might as well just play Showdown on Smoggin. You know, so I feel like it's kind of backwards there, but you know, they wanted it that way. I can't imagine there were too many VGG players that are very happy about that, but I kind of haven't talked to too many VGG players. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. That's a lot of hatred. I gotta be careful because I can't really see how many AoE effects. Okay, we're still good. We are Gucci fan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gotta get a quick dodge here. We're okay. We're fine. Who's panicking? I'm not panicking. You're the ones that are panicking. It's not me. It's definitely not me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Move, 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 move. Okay, we didn't die. High five for not dying. Good. Watch out. Okay, good. Nice, nice, nice. Huzzah. We did it. That was scary, though. Just drop this, drop this, drop this. Got a dagger? What they have the simple bow? Oh, the harvest is over. My greed was too much. It's okay. Do we have to do that for the season? I don't think we do. Still good? Yeah, we're green. I wanted to double check because I heard something in the background on OBS. I'm like, eh. We have to defeat a lair boss, Torment 4 or higher. So we can get to the next seasonal objective. What's the next thing? Let's see if we can do a lair boss while we wait on the reset. Could be fun. I have Linta and I have Bearer. I need the full set for that to work. Unlucky. Let's check these items. Keep that. Get rid of that. Or you need that. Unless it's ancestral, then it has use. Legendary dagger. I have that one. That's 900, which is GC. We'll hold on to this maybe for later. Get rid of that. 15 toughness. Less dexterity, less energy on kill, but vulnerable damage. I'll save it, but I don't think I'm using it. We're kind of hoarding a bunch of our items right now at the moment, you could say. Let's go back to base. Does it need like a legendary pair of pants? Raising your world's difficulty level. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get rid of the junk. Let's go to Tenmis, which is where I originally wanted to go. Which is over here. And check some stuff over there. See if maybe I have like a crafting material to turn a unique pair of pants. I have an ancestral unique pair of pants that I'm trying to turn into a unique. Because I feel like if we were able to convert it to a unique, we have a better time. Do I have the crafting material? I feel like we've been grinding forever. We should at least have one. I still don't have an enhanced primordial dust. Shenanigans. Gonna do stuff here while we wait for the Helltide to appear. Helltide will come back at 5 o'clock. Once it hits Eastern Standard Time. What is everybody gonna be having for dinner today? I really don't know what I'm gonna be eating. I feel like frozen bean burritos, so there's a possibility I might try that. Let's pick that up. So this basically we're just killing a bunch of enemies. This will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, good. This up. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Good. I haven't seen really any mythics dropped out this season. So I think we're gonna be at least a level higher, maybe. give or take for that. Come on, open this. Apparently, if this is a major endgame activity, we might as well do it just so we can clear out that dumb Paragon board thing. They also say this is like the best way to get experience points. I can see that because there's definitely increases in experience. Nice. Do that. Alright, let me move over this way. Cool. Back over this way. Okay, let's pick this up. Good rune word. Move over this way again. This just extends the portal length of it. That's why you do it. Surprised I really haven't been running into anybody in the overworld anymore, though. I don't think there's that many people playing the season. Okay. That's a lot of enemies. Let me move back. I guarantee we see a lot more Forgotten Souls, but not exactly what I want. We got a nerf set term to drop. There's the cheap sword that I was talking about earlier, in case you were wondering. With the modifier that I hate. It's that one. There's a lot of enemies that I can't really handle. This champion pack. There's ice shards as well as earthings. Move there. Pick this up. Phantom Maker. Don't really need a Phantom Maker. Pick that up. Okay. So we're gonna get the Realm Walker thing. Realm Breaker as it's called. Alright. Overall, pretty good, but it didn't give us the bounty. Okay, now we got the bounty for that. We activated that one. 5 o'clock, the Helltide should be back up now, so we'll go finish the Helltide. Get to the next objective once I get rid of this. The reason I'm doing this is just for extra resources. Just in case. You know, it probably doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to somebody that doesn't play Diablo games, but what we're doing is we're farming for resources. We're doing something that's called Paragon farming. Paragon farming, once you hit level 7 in this game, you unlock Paragon. Paragon is like extra levels that give you more increased stats and the board. So what we're doing is we're just like using the most effective ways of getting experience points to be able to get higher Paragon. The higher the Paragon, the higher Torment level we can do. On top of that, then the higher the Torment level, the better the loot that we can get. Which will make us even more powerful, and then we can shred through things. But it is a process. The thing about Diablo games is it's not so much about the destination as is the journey. That's what makes these games fun, at least for me. As well as for other people, it's just the quest to get stronger, to get more powerful and progress through the season. That's why you do the seasonal character. You can play your Eternal Realm characters, which are characters that usually either you had done in the season or in a story campaign. But the thing is, once you do those characters, there's certain content that's locked behind. Only seasonal content, which is why you kind of just remain character. The other thing is, too, but Diablo 4 in particular, they always are rebalancing. Hold that thought. They're always rebalancing characters. I'm poisoned by something. Let's move back so I'm not a dum-dum. Good. Get rid of you. Goodbye. So they're always rebalancing the characters, and that's good and bad in the sense that you're constantly having to remake characters for season, but it's bad if you're somebody that just wants to like jump into the story and always play that one character. There's not really a good middle ground for it. I mean, I still play a lot of my Eternal Realm characters. Example, for people who are watching me on Twitch, when I was doing some Twitch streams a couple weeks back, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was doing Eternal Realm Barbarian because I just was like, I'm not going to roll another Barbarian for seasons. Basically the same thing. Thank you, whoever that was, for the like, or follow, or subscribe, depending if it was YouTube or Twitch. I'm not multi-streaming, though. I want to clarify that. So go maybe to that chest. So we're going to do Helltides. We kill a bunch of enemies, get a bunch of cinders. Not to be confused with the VTuber. And then from there, we'll open that chest so we can finish the war plan. And then we'll go check another board to get a couple of her items. Very cool. Apparently somebody didn't like my cinder joke. I'm sorry. That wasn't to be mean. I have nothing against them. I don't even know them. Okay. Okay, let's get that. Maybe one of my viewers doesn't like VTubers. So you're watching me. I'm probably the most weird VTuber out there right now. Not weird in a weird sense, but I'm not your conventional VTuber, that's for certain. I don't lean into, like, idle stuff. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, just not my cup of tea. Good. Good. Alright, nice. We have how many of them already? Wow. They're raining cinders here. Good. Put them on damage. Nice. Okay, let me use the Dark Shroud so I have some defense. The best thing is, too, you can abuse, like, the maggots, which is something that's a modifier that I have for my Helltides. So you get, like, a ridiculous amount of experience points. I hope they don't nerf this, because it feels like something Blizzard would do in the future. In order to do the level up for that, though, you have to level up the war plans. I do hope at some point that they'll make it so that war plans are account-wide, so that you don't have to do it per character. Because I feel like that's the greatest weakness right now for Diablo 4. In terms of the replayability, because, like, let's say you finish one character, you get bored with the character for the season, you then generally... I'm not going to go into that area because I want to get my objective done, which is open these chests. I feel like somebody is on the map near me and just opened that, like, endgame activity. It could have been also my mercenary that did it, just for the lulz. But I don't... Okay, let's get some distance here. Nice. Watch out for the one-hit death. And there are a couple of them coming. Get the Screaming Vein. Get a couple of gems. I think we should go up here for the Gift of Protection. That's a chest that has 75 cinders. That's all it costs to open it. Those are the ones you really want to focus on because they're quick farming. The weapon ones, like, there's not too many weapons that are going to drop. The chest used to be much better in Helltides, but then they did something to change it so that they gave you less significant loot. I mean, still, if you're higher up in Torment level, you'll get stuff. So these things here, Plague Devourers, these are maggots. These maggots give you a whole bunch of experience orbs. So these are the things you usually use for this particular season to get that fast farm, as well as the Pang of Duriel, which I just kind of deleted without even looking at it. Ancestral Charm? I didn't even know you could get them that way from yellow. Maybe that's new for this season? I've never seen one of those drop before. We need to open our chest. Where's our chest? All the way over here. We're gonna get on the mount. We could, if we wanted to, open the orange chest. Those generally have weirder loot, but I might do it because we have enough to open it. Just for the hell of it. So how's everybody doing? What have you been up to? Anybody doing some fun stuff for July 4th? I'm not really doing anything. I'm just gonna have a very chill, relaxed time. I'm not going to go see the fireworks. It's too crazy. In the city I live into, like, I don't want to deal with the crowds, to be honest with you. The least amount of crowds that I have to deal with, in general, the better it is for me. I'm one of those people that doesn't really like to go to, like, parties and stuff of that nature. Not because I have, like, social anxiety or anything. I just don't like to have to deal with that. I have to deal with that a lot for work anyway. And I get dragged to things I don't want to get dragged to. And then I'm there miserable. Not miserable, I guess is another one. But I'm there, I don't want to be there, and then I have to, like, on my phone, watching stuff to just pass the time until it's like, can I go yet? Oh, I opened the wrong chest. That's okay. We could get Cinder's back pretty easily. Might as well do it while we're here. Also, we can increase the... Yeah, I'm not really big on parties. I hate parties. They're boring most of the time. Usually a lot of people are getting drunk. I like a beer here and there. I enjoy a good beer, but I don't like when people get, like, poop face. That's not my cup of tea. I don't find that fun or exciting. I like birthday parties. I like birthday parties with cake and stuff. Like, when people used to play, like, Pinocchio and Donkey and stuff, now they're just, like, Goose Fest and stuff. I like beer, but I don't do hardcore drinking. You know. Because then you just wake up, like, super sick the next day. I don't... I don't find that good. At least, it's not healthy, first of all. You know, and obviously, I don't do any other type of things either, so... And sometimes you go to parties, and that's what people do, so... Fred's not a party dude. Unless it's a pizza party. I mean, as long as you're paying for the pizza, Dreadknights, I love pizza parties. I've been to a pizza party in God knows how long. There's some adults who still do pizza parties. It's not a kid's thing only. A lot of production meetings and stuff are pizza parties. Why? Because pizza's cheap, and because a lot of production companies don't want to spend a lot of money for their workers. So instead they do pizza parties. And pizza parties can be fun, though. I mean, hey, when in doubt, have a pizza party. I guess that's I just taught all of you a valuable production thing. Why? It's cheap. You can order a whole bunch of pies for super cheap, especially if you get, like, catering. There were many times where I was tasked with ordering pizzas for people in production. You know, just because, why? The executive producer wants to not spend a whole bunch of money on the people who work under them. Sad, but that's how it is a lot of times. It's the harsh reality of, that type of business. I've seen some things, Dreadknights, that some of you, if you had to actually even witness it yourself, you would probably shake your head because of how people get treated in the entertainment industry in particular. They get used and abused and then thrown away. And that didn't happen to me, technically. I kind of got out of certain things before. I don't want to say poop at the fan, but before I made sure I was very comfy in the position that I was in. I guess that's the best way to put it. I guess somebody didn't like what I had to say there. Sorry, it's the truth. I'm talking about, like, actual film production. I'm talking about our type of productions. Good. Nice. Awesome. That is less awesome. It's gonna close. We have 300 cinders. Okay, good. Alright, let's fight this thing that never drops anything good. And then away we go. Alright. Let's open this chest. Just for poops and giggles. Alright, nice. Oh, hold on. That's experience orbs that it spit up. Ooh, yummy, yummy loot. Do that for easy level up. Honestly, this season you're just farming Helltides. Open this. Gift of Mysteries. Please be good stuff in there for a change. It gave me Jack Diddley Squat. Alright. Next thing we gotta do is the Nightmare Dungeon. We'll save the cinders in case, like, we could do it for the next war plan. Iron checks are obtained from salvaging weapons and jewelry. Let's equip that. Nice. Good. Awesome. We're doing so good. Nice, nice, nice. Shoot that type of stuff. Good. Let's take care of these things. Gotta watch out for the damage modifiers. All this type of stuff becomes second nature to you eventually as you play more. Okay, good. Move it back. Got another dog shroud up. Decent. There's something I wanted to try out in this build, but I don't know if it's a good idea. We need to put ferocity on this build. Move that. Good. Do this. Good. What is the thing that we're looking for? We just explored the Sleepy Hollow. Or Sleepless Hollow, excuse me. So they called it that. We get sued. Good damage. Good damage. Good damage. Good damage. Could probably also upgrade our weapon a little bit too. So we can do some more master reworking so we could get like an extra affix on it. Good. Nice. Pick that up. Good. Pick that up. Good. Pick that up. I also have claimed most of the stuff for the Overwatch event. Good. 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 Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so there's one of the things that we have to target in this Nightmare Dungeon. Sweet. We gotta find the R1. My guess is it's probably gonna be on the opposite side of the map. Almost certain, right? Good. Ooh, we caught him in midair, that's funny. Careful, Nerglyph. Devious? Can I get it? Don't let me pick it up, okay? Okay. It's like, you don't get that. You don't get to have that. I want it, I need it, I deserve it! Gosh darn it. I think we'll go westward, eastward. Excuse me, eastward. Maybe we can claim some of this stuff. Good. The Dreadknights, I want to ask you a question, chat. What do you do? For any of you who are watching, or VOD watchers, feel free to leave this in the comment section. Sorry, because I have to lock in here. What do you do when you're fighting with somebody that, I don't know, friend or a loved one? Do you turn the other cheek? Do you confront them about it? Do you get passive-aggressive? What do you do? I'm curious. Because I've seen lately, like, when people get upset at people, they just act, like, super passive-aggressive. I wonder if that's, like, the new norm with people. Maybe some of the younger crowd, the Zoomers, can tell me what that's all about. I don't understand. Whatever happened in the days of, like, people talking things out, is that just, like, lost on people? I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Because I was having this conversation with Sister Dread the other day about, like, conflicts and stuff. And how nowadays it's just like... Because, like, Sister Dread was trying to explain to me, like, how apparently now giving people the thumbs up is considered passive-aggressive. And it's, like, disrespectful. I'm like, wait, what? And back in my day, and Sister Dread's older than me, but she, like, clues me in on, like, what's the happenings and stuff of, like, the Zoomers and stuff. Like, my Sister Dread's on TikTok a lot and all that stuff. I'm not a TikToker. I don't think they call you TikTokers. That's not my cup of tea. I don't like short-form content in general. I like watching video essays and, like, funny old-school meme videos, like Numa Numa Dance. Like, there's one, like, mashup Numa Numa Dance that's one of my favorites from Godzilla. I have a whole bunch of Godzilla scenes, and it's just dancing to Nahi Maya. I'm not gonna sing the whole song, though, because I'd probably get the MCA for that. Or Keyboard Cat. I love freaking Keyboard Cat. Or Nan Cat. It's not that old, right? And nowadays, like, there's one thing. It was Nimmy Nightmare was talking about this, actually. So I dropped Nimmy Nightmare's name. I watched a lot of Nimmy. But she was talking about, like, a Chocobo video. And how it was replaced a different type of song. I have to, like, YouTube it because I'm curious about it. So I love me some Final Fantasy mashups, particularly if they're like Final Fantasy 7, since 7 is my favorite game. But we're not going off a tangent and talk about like Final Fantasy 7 nonstop. Release the lever. Did that do it? Do we have to activate the lever here? What do we gotta do? Good amount of damage. Good. Okay. That was useless. We're just fighting the boss. So I grabbed that lever for nothing. That's fine. It's a Dark Magnus, not to be confused with the Dark Magician. Well, Dark Magnus, I am the Wanderer, and I've come to take you out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hide gloves. They're making it harder to get, like, really rare mats now. I haven't seen a unique today. That's a little bit disappointing. What's up? Alright. Back to Tyrael. Let's see what we got. Look at that. It's a dark basilisk. Looks cool. Alright. This is not Tyrael. It's a known glitch. Please, Blizzard, fix it. Please fix this. We should teleport back to Tyrael like how it was in the previous season. I don't even think they know. And if they do know, nobody's, like, getting on the ball. Maybe because it's, like, July 4th weekend. Some good H2O. Okay, Helltide activity is up. Gonna collect that loot in a second. Gotta get rid of The stuff we don't really need. Vulnerable damage, less dexterity though. Don't want that. Don't want that. I have an ancestral pair that I need to do something with. Get rid of some of this stuff because we're hoarding too much grace as it is. There might be something decent mixed in there. Alright. I think there might have been an enhanced one in that, in terms of resources, so I might actually be able to finally convert the pants and hopefully get the drop that I want. That's what I really need. That's what I really desire right now. Give me what I want. Give me what I need. Okay. Take care of that and blacksmith. Welcome, welcome. You're just joining us. We're playing Diablo IV. Season 14. Death Awakening. Just grinding. Seasonal journey up. Playing Barrage. Multi-shot rogue. I should play Trap one, but I want it to be a little bit different. Hey! We got some stuff I needed. Finally. Felt like forever. We can finally convert that ancestral pair of pants. There it is. Hopefully I get exactly what I need off of this, because if it's the wrong pair of pants, I'm gonna cry. Please? Hellbolts, Will! I don't need that one. I needed a different one. I mean, it's something. Is it something good? Not really. I needed a different one that's unique to the rogue. Ah, cry, cry, cry. Do I have another pair of ancestral pants in here? Probably not. I mean, it's something, it's not bad, but it's not great. Yes, I do. Okay. Here's the run back. Here's the run back. Please, baby, please. Please, baby, please. Please, baby, please. Another tailbolts will. I gotta fight a boss to get the pants I want, and that boss is a nightmare to fight. It's better than what we have. We could just swap it for now. Just for the hell of it. It's not gonna do too much for us. But screw it. Gonna hold on to that pair of pants though. Guess we'll box it for now. I don't need this gauntlet. This is crap. This is crap. It's not technically crap. Other people could use it. I just can't. I have to take a quick phone call, so I'm gonna mute for a second. So give me one tiny second. I apologize. I'll be right back. Give me less than 30 seconds, okay? Hello, sorry about that. Had to take a phone call. I'll let people in on the secret. It's not a big secret. I had an AC, right? So I was waiting for it to be delivered because I didn't have an AC for a couple days already, and we have a big heat wave where I am. So the AC finally is getting delivered today, so I wanted to make the arrangements necessarily as to when it would be delivered. So by the end of the stream, I will have my AC, finally. Because it's going to be way too hot, guys. Like, I'm streaming right now. I'm just streaming with, like, a fan. A box fan. And it's, like, where I am, like, 98 degrees. Something like that. It's hot. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Stay warm where you are. These guys can hear me, correct? I did unmute, right? Because I have a tendency not to. Alright. So, we didn't really get the pair of pants that I necessarily wanted. Cleanse the pit. Face the Infernal Hordes. I'm not doing Undercity. I hate that mechanic. Helltide. Do another Nightmare Dungeon. Actually, you know, instead of a Nightmare Dungeon, we should do pit runs to upgrade the glyphs. Let's do this the right way. Do we have a lot of ovals? We do. We could do some safe gambas in this game to Caven. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this way on the Paragon board. Probably like, Tread, why are you doing this? trying to get over here, because it's going to be vital for what we're trying to accomplish next. Alright. Remember I was talking about Helltide activities? This is what I'm talking about. So we get more stuff out of this by doing that, which is why I've been focusing most of my efforts there. Alright, we'll do another Torment free, just so we can get a particular glyph that we need maxed out. Hit runs, basically, you kill a bunch of enemies within a lot of time, spawn a boss, upgrade glyphs. Glyphs give you more power to your character build. So it's very important to do them. For this season, we recommend ignoring the seasonal event that is, like, in these pits. I actually would like for the devs to take it out. They're probably not going to do that. I don't think anybody likes the seasonal theme to appear in the pit runs, because it kind of slows things down. I know people who've been doing a lot of the tower, which is the leaderboard competition that people do, don't like, case in point, this spawning, because it just kind of like ruins kind of like your efficiency. Where is the gate to go through? Am I directionless? I need One Direction. That's a terrible joke. I actually have never listened to that band. Not really my cup of tea in terms of music, per se. I will say, though, there was a person I was watching art streams a while back, and they were listening to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. I've never really heard any Justin Bieber music before, ever in my life, because I'm not really from that time period, I guess you could say. But I have to say, some of his older music from when he was a teeny bopper, I guess is what you would call it. Not bad. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Now, that's not going to convert me into a believer, right? That's what they used to call them. But it was pretty funny. Like, every once in a while, I'm open to listen to different types of music that I don't listen to necessarily. Like, one of the things that I've been kind of on a kick of lately, just because too many people have been playing it, right? Is, are you familiar probably not, Epic the Musical? I've been listening to a lot of, Epic stuff. If you haven't checked it out, I think you can watch it on YouTube. I think they have it up on YouTube, if I recall correctly. Good music, good stuff. It's basically kind of like, you know, the Odyssey. Most people, I would assume, hopefully know what the Odyssey is. It's one of the best Greek tragedies of Odysseus and his, you know, many experts trying to get back to his lovely wife, who stays faithful to him. I do like that story. You know, a lot of people could learn from that story, I suppose, in this day and age. But then again, like me, as a human being, I've always kind of been like a hopeless romantic. I like those sappy, like, romance movies and stuff, as well as anime. So, like, my favorite, like, I've talked about this before in stream. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself for people who are new here or new VOD watchers, is Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. I'm forever in love with that show! Misa Hayase, best girl, changed my mind. I'm not really big on Lin Mimei. Felt like she was a master manipulator. I understand she was very young in that show. And, you know, because she was young, she wasn't necessarily emotionally mature. But I like the fact that, like, story-wise progression, like Hikaru. Some people would be like, oh, Robotech, it's Rick. No, it's Hikaru. Robotech is a bastardized version of Macross, which changes the story dramatically different. But Hikaru, you know, chooses, spoiler, maybe I shouldn't say, chooses a certain character in it that's a more mature woman over the more young, naive one. It's also kind of funny because, like, Super Dimensional Fortress Macross back then was like a cautionary tale about, like, idol culture, believe it or not, because it was like Lin Mimei as the character becomes like an actual Japanese idol in the Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. She lives like a very not so happy life after that. So I think like the creators of that show were always trying to tell like a cautionary tale about like idol culture and stuff. And this was a show that came out in 1982, I believe, was when it was released in Japan, and then it got like a terrible bastardized version dub came out mid-80s, if I remember correctly, called Robotech, which took like 3 different animes and put them together and like completely gutted the story to turn it into its own type of story, which was weird. I like Voltron. Voltron is way different than the actual Japanese version, which is Go Liger. Like, if you watch Go Liger, like, one of the main characters, Sven, I guess in Voltron he's called Sven, but he's called a different name in the Japanese version, like, actually dies in the very early episodes. And in, like, the English dub version of Voltron, they just say that he has a back injury, and then he comes back as a character, but the animation's different. That's a completely different character whatsoever. Apparently somebody didn't like my talk about Macross. How could you hate Macross? Macross is a great show, bro. Wasn't saying anything mean. I was just saying it's an interesting take on stuff. I mean, you're allowed to disagree. Just talk with me in chat. That's what chat's for. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't saying anything mean. I was just saying it's a cautionary tale. It's fascinating. I like to talk about, like, themes and stuff of that nature. I wasn't being mean. This is me. I like to, like, dissect stuff. In terms of, like, TV shows and cinema and music and stuff. I like to break apart music and talk about, like, hidden themes and stuff. This is me. This is what I thrive on. But when I say stuff, I don't say it, like, to be, like, specific ever, usually. Unless somebody's mean to me, then it's a little bit different. I'll be like, hey, you're mean! And I'll call out, like, meanness and stuff, because I believe in, like, trying to be nice to people. But, you know, I believe in constructive dialogue when possible. But anything that, like, the macro suck is just me saying it's fascinating. It's not anything else. I just thought it was an interesting choice, considering, like, in the 80s, in Japan, you had all of City Pop. And City Pop was, you know, really big down there, and, like, there was a lot of idol stuff, too. Like, I've talked about it before. Dread knows an IRL JP idol. Can't tell you who. Somebody, so I know, like, the ins and outs of the industry. It's somebody from way a long time ago. They actually sang a theme song in a Pokemon movie, which is kind of crazy. I met them ironically through a convention scene. We were... Because that was still when I was doing journalism for the convention scenes. And I met them through that and kind of stayed in contact. It was kind of interesting learning stuff that I didn't really know too much about from it. So it's kind of interesting then, just because of Macross, because it's kind of like some of the stuff that they told me versus some of the stuff in regards to, like, Macross, and how the way, like, Limime, like, endured and stuff, and it's kind of, like, true. You know, that's why I'm segueing it into Macross, obviously. You know? Like, another favorite show of mine is Gundam Wing. Even though I like the original Gundam, but I don't think it's as good. I also hate Char with a passion. I didn't used to hate Char, but then when I saw Char's counterattack, and what he did to the blue hair girl, I forgot her name. I want to say it's Cecily, but Cecily, I think, was F91, if I remember correctly. And he just kind of, like, gaslit that girl into thinking that, like, Char was in love with her and used her as, like, a tool of destruction. And then threw her away in the garbage can, and, like, Noah's son had to, like, try to save her, you know? And then on top of that, like, you know, Char was one of the good guys for a while, and then decides that he's gonna flip out to resurrect, like, Xeon and stuff, and just, like... You know, like, I get mad over it because I don't know how many of you ever saw Gundam Zeta and Gundam Double Zeta. So, like, what he does in freaking Char's counterattack completely kills all his character development in Gundam Zeta and freaking Gundam Double Zeta, to the point where it just, like, infuriates me, because I feel like Char's counterattack just completely... Oops, because I don't like to curse on YouTube, over all the character development he had in Zeta, where, you know, he kind of, like, had made peace with Amuro and stuff, and then they're, like, grudging and fighting over a dead woman again. You know? Like, they're still grudging and fighting over Lala soon. Like, you know? Like, Char was never able to let it go. I understand. I gotta be honest with you, because as a guy, I'm gonna relate somewhat to Char in a certain retrospect. You know, when you really love somebody, or you really care about somebody, and, like, stuff happens, it's kind of hard to let go, I suppose, because you always kind of have, like, those... What's the word I'm looking for? Residual feelings, I suppose? But at some point, like, you don't turn it into some, like, really crazy grudge, which is what Char did. And then he just, like, had a grudge against Amuro over it, when in reality, Char was the one that put Lala Soon in that position. Char's the one that, you know, put her there. If you didn't use her as a weapon, it probably would have never happened. You know, okay, granted, Lala... in that, did agree to pilot it, and she would have done anything for Char. You know what? Because she was desperately in love with the blonde dude. But, you know, stuff like that just kind of pisses me off about Char. How many hearts did Char break? How many women did Char manipulate in various different forms of media? You know? That's the thing that kind of gets to me. Like, don't manipulate women. I hate when people do that. You know, to use them for the better means. Like, I don't know, call me a dumb sappy at heart. Hey, there was an actual character in this game called Dread Knight. You know? Stuff like that. Okay. Okay. I guess people don't like me talking about Char either? What did I do now? I'm not saying that Char's a bad character. I'm just saying did things in the show that it raises questions. To me, you know? Were we supposed to do this? I think we're doing a dungeon we didn't have to do. Well, we're already here. We might as well finish it, right? Oh no, we're doing the pit. I did a pit run I didn't have to actually do. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Run it back. Okay, good. Alright, nice. Yeah, you know. I'm not saying Char's a bad character. I'm just saying I dislike him as a character in the show because it's like so many things that he did and they had such a great turnaround and then they completely pooped all over it. Gundam Wing is another one where it's like Zex Marquise pisses me off as a character. Because, you know, at one point, Zex is working with Hero and the Rs to, like, change everything that's going on in the universe, and then at another point, then he's completely... Thank you, whoever that was, for the follow, whoever that was on YouTube or Twitch. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, appreciate you. But then, like, you know, with even Zex Marquise, it's like he can't commit to one thing. First, he's an enemy. Then he's working with Hiro, Yui, and the others, try to take things down. And then he decides that he wants to go on his dumb BS, and then, like, completely change it up so that he becomes the villain. Then in Endless Waltz, I don't want to spoil it for Endless Waltz, but then he flip-flops. He's too much of a flip-flopper. That's like, you know, Zex Marquise is supposed to be that generation's Char, but I feel like he's a very poorly written one. And by the end of, like, the show, I used to make a joke with friends because I watched, like, Gundam Wing when it was on syndication, actually. Oh, man, that was such a long time ago at this point. On Toonami syndication, let me clarify, it wasn't Japanese syndication. Toonami syndication, because then somebody will take that out of context. And, like, for me, it was like... Oh, no, man, we used to joke on him, because it's like, he doesn't know whether he's Zex Marquise, or Miliardo Marquise, or Miliardo Peacecraft, you know? It just, oh my goodness. Zex was one of those characters that wanted to be desperately like Char, but wasn't as cool. I mean, and I think that's why, like, you see a lot of times in the, like, newer Gundam shows, well, you'll have, try to do, like, a Char clone, or they'll try to bring back Char, or, you know, it's just like, eh. I can't say I have cared for any of the newer Gundam shows recently. Like, I haven't watched a Gundam show in God knows how long. Just because I haven't found, like, any of the new stuff that they were doing interesting. I think they were... Aren't they doing, like, a remake to Gundam X? Which is, like, my least favorite of the alternate universe ones. Like, if I had to pick an alternate universe Gundam show, outside of, like, obviously Gundam Wing, next best one for me would be Mobile Fighter G Gundam. As cheesy and as crappy as it is. Like, give me Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Where am I going? Did I finish this? I didn't realize I probably did. I think that's what I get for, like, ranting about Gundam Wing, that I completely got lost in the sauce there. Gomenasai. Please forgive me, Dreadknight. Alright, did we get a unique dagger? We did not. You tricked me, game. How dare you, you son of a biscuit. We had to do a pit run. Did I not do it right? I don't remember. It's okay. We'll do another one. I think we got all lost on that one. It's fine. It'll happen from time to time. The barbarian carries an arsenal with us. Okay. Good. Shoot this. Shoot this. Shoot this. Shoot this. Shoot this. Nice. Starving too, like with... No. Sorry. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, Dreadknights. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's see if it fixes itself. We had an hour stream going here. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Aw, jeez, Louise. I'm connected, but it's not doing anything. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can fix this. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get this fixed, Dreadknights. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Sorry about that, sorry about that. ISP, Spectrum, gotta love Spectrum sometimes. It decided it wanted to just be doing some tomfoolery, so I'm reset the internet. I'm waiting a couple seconds to make sure OBS gets back into green. I'm probably gonna have to restart the game too. See if I could queue in. The problem is when you get disconnected in Diablo 4, it takes a while for like your character to regenerate on the map. So give me 1 second, my apologies there. Again, sometimes with ISP, you don't have any control over it, which is like one of the most frustrating things for where I am, location-wise, because I hate when it happens. This is like one of the reasons why I'm trying to relocate pretty quickly, so I don't have to deal with these dumb internet issues. See if this fixes. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. My apologies. My apologies. Gosh darn it. What would it be without a little bit of scuff today, right? Alright. This is probably because I was talking about Zex and Amuro's relationship with each other. And apparently YouTube didn't like that, so YouTube was like, yeah, you know, Spectrum, cut off the schmuck's internet. That's what we're gonna do here. Cut it off. Cut it off! Cut it all off! Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna go do the pit run. My apologies once again for that. Should be good to go. I'm sorry, we're gonna keep tabbing. If you see something, just let me know. I won't take offense to it. Feels good on this end. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying though, you know what? Did Amuro and freaking Char ever stop and think maybe they should just talk out their differences as opposed to causing the whole freaking incident of Char's counterattack? Like, man, communication is like super important in anything that you do. Even with anime characters, sometimes I want to scream at them and be like, just freaking talk to each other about it, right? You know, it's just crazy like that sometimes, guys. Alright, let's do this pit run. We're gonna get these... We have to kill as many enemies as fast as possible, build up the gauge, and then there's that. Okay, good. Then we fight a boss, upgrade the glyphs. I think we're getting close where I can kind of upgrade to Torment 4 difficulty again, maybe. Potentially, I'm trying to get like more... Hold that for a second. That's a lot of modifiers. Oh, we gotta play the keep away game here. Stop subbing stuff for this seasonal thing. You see that big circle over there? These things got all one-hit deaths that they're trying to do on me to kind of ruin the run. Can't have that happen. They're just showing us we were playing Diablo 4, Lore Hatred, Season 14. F's Awakening, playing Barrage, multi-shot, Rogue. It's an A-tier build, but not doing like super metagame one today. Didn't really feel like doing super metagaming today. Good. It still looks like we're fine. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Holy crap, that is too much stuff. Okay, we're fine. We're Gucci fam. Maybe we're not so Gucci. It's okay. It's okay. Might not be okay anymore. Might not be okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Or it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. Not again. Not again. Okay. No. Okay. So decent. Hopefully these guys are still there with me. Can't check in the middle of the game. This is hard content. I can't like flub it. So just hold. Nice. Push through here. Good. Okay. I don't experience any lag, so I doubt you guys have anything. If you do, just refresh. Looking over my phone to check whenever I can. Good. Take that. 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 Okay, there's a boss. I think that's what happened last time is I didn't fight the boss where it was. Oh my god, that took a lot of help off me. Oh, okay. Good. Gotta be careful. I'm getting a little too aggro here. Nice, let's go. Okay. I don't really need that. I do need the glyph, though. Upgrade this. Okay. That was a good run. So now we're going to switch on our Paragon board a little bit stuff. We've got to fix it up just a tiny bit here. I also want to make sure these guys seem to be good now. Sorry again about that. I don't know. YouTube be YouTube sometimes. Internet be internet sometimes too. Good. Get rid of that. Okay, junk that. Let's push on the Paragon board. So, does it really matter how we do this? We're gonna go up and around to get to that. That's the next major focus. But yeah, in animes too, like when there's conflict, it's like I always want to scream at my screen, just talk. Right, let's do some rolls to see maybe we can get the pair of pants I need. Death's Pain, Dance of Knives. This is good for a different build. Not what I'm using currently. Also keep an eye out in case there's a great pair of pants that's ancestral. That might be better than what we have. No. No. Have I played Dance of Knives, I would have been loved that for this build. That would have been great, like, early game. Now it's not so much. Alright. Oh. Oops. Made a mistake. Just chunk that. Alright, let's grab that. Let's go to the pants area again. Something unlocked. What was it? I think we finished in our seasonal thing. Cool. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Nothing necessarily good. Do we still have ovals? We do. We're gonna roll a couple times here, so we'll be at the merchant for a bit. Okay, let's get the pants. Nothing. Maybe. Nothing. Eh. I mean, we're getting materials. But I'm trying to get a very specific pair of pants. Maybe they can't drop this way. Okay. Still nothing good. Trying to get lucky with the gacha rolls here, you could say. Nothing good, still unlucky. Chunk it. Let's grab some more pants. Might as well. Okay. Still basura. Why is it so garbage, everything, bros? Alright. Chunk. Get some pants. Solomon Grundy want pants too. It's fine. Mostly fine. Potentially fine. Maybe it's not fine. It's okay. Do we have any more ovals? Not that much. Probably could do maybe 1 or 2 more rolls. We might have got something good. I got tricked. I'm so mad over that. Helltide ends in 5 minutes. That's fine. Is it already 6 o'clock? Wow. Time flies. Junk. Junk this as well. Let's see. Let's do pants a little bit more. Okay, we can't do pants anymore. I mean, at least we got like a rare pair of pants off of that, but not what I needed for my build. Again, still not getting exactly what we want. I was expecting today was going to be like slower in terms of like making monumental climbs. Alright. Next thing we'll have to do is a nightmare dungeon. We're in the trenches today, Dreadknights. Me also do myself a favor, reset myself. Alright, shall we continue? Good. Oh, it's not a nightmare dungeon. I don't like these. This is kind of like a horde mode, so to speak. These are very hard to do. And usually I can't do them. This is like one of the things I hate the most. It's called Infernal Hordes. Some people like it because it can get like, but you have to do so much just to be able to get enough experience to even be able to open the chest at the end of the run. I mean, it's kind of okay for like experience points, but that's about it. Okay, good. Let's move. Let's dodge. Okay, good. Nice, 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 nice. Good. Okay, let's avoid it. Alright, let's do that. Okay, good. Nice, 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 nice. Avoid. Okay. I think we're still okay. Mostly okay. I may be a little bit of copium there now, the Dreadknights. Alright. Ooh, a chaos one. Those don't spawn too often. Let's take it. This gives you a lot more usually, depending. Alright. Take care of the rift. That'll give me a power. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of hatred there, Dreadknights. Okay, the good thing is we get a lot of Aethers for our trouble. The problem is we gotta survive a ridiculous onslaught of explosions to be able to do it. Okay, good. I mean, if we succeed, we're going to get a whole bunch of resources for this run. Oh my god, that is a lot of them, more than I was expecting. Oh, I don't think I can keep up with the wave. What in the bloody hell? We survived. But at what cost? Our sanity, perhaps? Okay, let's see. Aether, Fiend on Death. Let's do this one. More masses. Okay, great. Shoot, 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 shoot. Good. Shoot, 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 shoot. Good. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Good. Okay, good. Let's avoid. Yeah, so, you know, our anime shows that I used to really like outside of, like, Macross and Gundam, Tenchi Muyo. I really like Tenchi Muyo again. Like I said, I really like romance anime type stuff. So for me, Ryoko was, like, best girl in freaking Tenchi Muyo. I did not care for Ayaka. I thought Ayaka was very pretentious. I also like Kione, even though Kione was, like, a made-up character for the TV series version, not the OVA version, which is, I guess in American shores would be called Tenchi Universe. Okay, good. Avoid. Shoot. Avoid. Shoot. Avoid, 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 avoid. Avoid. Okay. Good, we're locked in. I think we won't have enough to open that chest, though. It costs quite a bit. 2A first. Okay, good. Let's shoot it. Nice, nice, nice. Good amount of damage here, Dreadknights. Very good amount of damage. Nice. Okay, sweet. Slay monsters to draw out the Aether. Should be able to do that. I do appreciate that they've done some quality of life for the Infernal Hordes, but not a whole bunch of it. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Avoid. Good, good, good. Avoid. 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 We're good. We're good. Maybe we're not so good. We do have a couple deaths that we can have. I try to avoid dying on stream now for this game. But considering you see the amount of waves here, it might be time for us to maybe bite the bullet. Oh crap. Oh, so many enemies. This is not easy content, by the way, that I'm doing today. It gets much harder as you go up, but if you think this is easy, trust me, guys, it is not. I'll check something, because I'm looking at my phone, but my phone's lagging, but I want to make sure we're not lagging now. We're in green. Alright, let's get this bonus. Plus side, you got a much longer stream for me than you normally do, because I was streaming for hours today. Just because it was something I really wanted to do. It just felt like playing more Diablo 4. Which I know might be a popular choice for some, it might be like unpopular, depends wherever you are. That is a lot of enemies. We should try to... Oh, it's tied to those guys. It's that type of chaos. Wait, oh no, I hate these. This is one where you gotta fight these guys. Oh, there's too much nonsense. I'm probably gonna take an unnecessary death here because the wave is too strong, bros. This wave is ridiculously hard. I'm running out of health potions. Oh my goodness. Look at this chaos, bros. Some people, this would be anxiety inducing. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. We're good. Lock in. Lock in. Protect me, Dreadknights. The Operation Human Shield. I mean, Operation Teammate. Okay. We got that. Good, good, good. 100 Aethers? Let's do this one. Demon of Great Power. This is wave 6, final wave of enemies. I don't remember, I think it's like 400 to open the chest, so we may not even be able to open the chest. We'll have to dump into like the experience or other things. Burning Butcher, okay. Pressure meat. Oh, you're hard. Oh, the little enemies messing around with me too, ain't helping. We need to keep our distance against. Aw, you son of a monkey. Freaking Butcher are always there to ruin my fun. Oh, move. Oh, no. I don't feel like we're doing any damage to this Butcher. I think he's just gonna kill me. I am gonna have to accept the fate here. I'm barely doing any damage to him. Bro, if I kill you in the game and I don't get a mythic for our troubles, considering the amount of nonsense I'm having to deal with right now, I'm gonna be upset. We survived, but we're not able to slay him. We don't have 66 Aethers, so the best we can do is that. I don't think we're gonna be able to get enough to be able to open any of the chests, but that's okay. We'll fight the Fell Council now. Okay. Where are you? Show yourselves. There's a lot of them. Come on, we can do it. Believe. Trust. Trust the process, as the saying goes. I believe we can do it. I believe we can do it. I believe we can do it. I believe. We believe in magic. And I hope you do. Probably people don't know that commercial. That's an old McDonald's commercial from way back in the day. What we got, though? At least it drops stuff. Because I did put the modifier for it to drop. I don't think we can open this though, right? No, you need 400. Better luck next time, loser, right? I guess we're doing that on that. At least they'll give me fragments and stuff that I need. Alright. It was kind of underwhelming. I don't like Infernal Hordes, but we had no choice but to do that. Whew. Can't wait to have this AC up. I went to take a swig of hydration and put me in a nightmare dungeon with a one-hit death thing. Oh my goodness, that could have been catastrophic for us Dreadknights. Could have been amazingly bad. Alright, let's avoid that. Good, 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 good. Kind of. What is over there that I need to collect? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Good. Grab those two. Nice. Avoid. Nice. Nice, nice. Good job. Let's move a little bit over this way. Get the dodge going. Okay, this guy's a little bit tanky. Okay. We're still good. Trust Dreadknights. We can do this. I believe we can. Avoid that. Good. Okay, good. Do that. I don't know if we should. We gotta get to that enemy. I'm trying to ignore the small fries because they're not gonna do anything like super beneficial for us right now. Okay. Big baddie over here. Goodbye. Is this a kill all enemies? No. Okay, we got enough for the urn. Let's just take out these guys for the sake of argument. We're gonna have to kind of loop around anyway to get back, so they're damage spawns, I guess you could say. Ooh, drop the chest piece. Don't mind if I do, yoink. I'm not gonna do any of those help I beg you things because what happens is we will get more experience points for it. At the same time, we will run into our issues. Okay, good. We go to the next area and take these enemies out. Good. Good, good, good. Let's keep pushing. Nice. Good. Alright, let's put the shield up. Good. Nice. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't want to die to that. That would be very, very bad. Okay. Take those guys out pretty easily. Nice. Avoid. Good. Damage rotation. Nice. And we just dash a bit. We should be okay. The one thing about this particular build too is you have to micromanage your generators, resources. Okay, good. Nice. Okay. Decent. Good. I'm gonna grab the pylon. Okay, so we're just gonna push it this way. We're traveling deep into the vault that we have to go to. Hear noise in the background, please burn that. I live in a noisy city. Time to time, you will hear emergency service providers. Can't do anything about that. It's New York. New York is loud and noisy. Okay. This thing's about to get deleted. How quick was that? Was that like less than 10 seconds? It felt like it. Just breathed on him and was like, be gone, knave. Good. Go back. Got a challenge unlocked here. I'll take care of those challenges in a minute. Let's see if these guys are with me. You are. Okay, in green. Perfect. I'm a little paranoid because once you have like a little bit of a error hiccup, then you want to like double check to make sure everything's like a-okay. On top of that, my phone is a little bit of a liar because I look over on the screen. Sometimes on YouTube mobile. Also, I know that like there's a whole bunch of issues with YouTube mobile lately. As somebody who's used YouTube mobile, I can confirm it too. So like if you're on mobile and you're having issues watching, I suggest we were just fine a minute ago. Alright, if this keeps up, I will end stream a bit early. Because I don't want, like, internet issues to impact the rest of the stream. I apologize again. My ISP, I have no control over it. So if it's, like, acting up, I'm at the mercy of it, so to speak. And right now, it looks like it's just not wanting to work. So I think, because it looks like it's just spazzing now. Oh, wait a second, see if it goes back to green. Okay, it's back in green. I'm sorry again. ISP is just acting up today. Spectrum Internet. One of the worst internet services you could possibly have. I'm waiting to see, because, like, even in the game, you see it's like, I'm not sure if I could even move around. That's the case, I think maybe it's better for us to just call it here. Yeah, I'm gonna... Unfortunately, I wanted to keep going, but I don't think it's gonna be possible. Because there's just too much tomfoolery going around, Dreadknights. Tomfoolery. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I restarted the net yet again. If it happens one more time, we're dipping out, okay? Because I can't keep, doing this.
Pardon me, stranger. Could you...
ISP today is just being a nuisance. Like, I even forgot what I was doing. I think I was going to the smithy to break down this material.
Come on, then.
Junk.
Parts still have some life left in them.
Alright, let's open this. More junk. I haven't really got any significant loot today, which is a bit of a nuisance. Let's junk that. Okay, good. Let's see if we do the nightmare, or not nightmare, the Helltide. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained because of having to double check OBS. Again, I have like one monitor, so it makes it more difficult when I'm like full screen. I have to move back and forth between things. Let's get Wretched Souls. I think they're fine now looking over on my phone. So I have to use my phone as like my second screen. But obviously if I'm in a game that requires a lot of precision and paying attention, I can't like always look away. Case in point here, like if I look away there, I'm guaranteed to die, like one hit. But crap. Okay, let's move. Helltide's pretty hard. How many do I have to open for this? 250. How many we have? Only 31 cinders. This is just gonna be a grind session. Ironically, this is not a copium, but this particular map I don't like for Helltide. Ah, run away, cower in fear. Okay, good. Avoid. Okay, watch out. Good. Let's get it. Good. Oh, watch out. Okay. Go pick this up. Alright. Avoid at all costs. Okay, good. Nice. Grab those cinders, come on. I guess I'm stuck doing the game event now. Oh, I'm not doing that one. That one's like a death trap, literally. It'd be better for us not to go that way. Somebody is on this map with me. Maybe we can get there quick enough? I'm gonna push a little bit. You see that floating, glowing thing? I mean, somebody's doing it. There's an actual player on the map, so I'll do it just to kind of help. On top of that, it gives us a high chance of cinders, usually. Okay. Watch out. This is how you die. Don't want that to happen in the game. Keep that in mind. In the game, not. Oh, that's a big one. Watch out. Got him. I'm gonna get a level up off that. In fact, I didn't even really get much of anything. Well, that was a little underwhelming. It's not even enough to open any of these chests. Okay, on to the next thing then, shall we? I was hoping we were gonna get a little bit more rewards for it, weren't I? Okay, good. Get rid of those enemies. Trying to also increase the level with the maggots, because if we get the maggots to show up, it'll just make it better for us in terms of level up. Okay, good. Nice. Goodbye. Goes up. Good. Evade. Good. Okay, our threat level's getting higher. Where we do make sure we don't die in the game. Did we do something else here too? Do I have another Tree of Whisper bounty? I could potentially. Okay, good. Knives. That up. Good. 250 to open this. But the problem with this particular map is there's not like a high density of enemies. Which means I'm gonna have to use the Baneful Heart. Just to kind of manipulate it a bit. It might be an escalation sigil. Yeah, I don't normally do this, but considering I don't have a lot of cinders dropping, I need to try to manipulate the game state. Okay, good. Good. Nice. Good. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good. I like it, I like it. Okay, good. Decent amount of damage here as well. Okay, avoid, avoid, avoid. We're good. Stay focused, Dread. Stay focused. Just kill the enemies. Keep proccing your Ice Imbue. I feel like they've made this shorter in terms of that boss fight. I feel like she's definitely... Okay, well, it's not too hard, fortunately. Just gotta be careful here. Let's use Dark Shroud. Gonna drop it like it's hot. Careful. If you die to her, you lose the progress on the boss fight. You wanna try your very best to not lose progress. Oh, that was a perfect time for that. She's done. How many? Only 70 cinders. Oh, it's just gonna take us the rest of the stream to be able to open this up at this rate. Why is the mob density so bad in this particular map? Anybody? Okay. Good. Why? Decent amount. Still not a lot of cinders though. You know what I've also noticed? We don't have anything on the map that's like the actual seasonal event thing. So maybe that's why we're not getting as many... Oh, stand corrected, found one. We actually need this right now. How was that spike? Okay. This should give us a lot more cinders, but at the bargain that we're going to be fighting a whole bunch of enemies too. Might be worth it though. I don't see too many enemies this time around. Is this just a bad area for a Helltide? Because it feels like it at this point. It really does. It actually feels not like it's highly populated with enemies. The more enemies we need, the better for a Helltide right now. This is one of the few times where I need to see a oh, that's maybe a little too many enemies. Okay, let's move back here. Don't need to get greedy. What is this? Poison? Okay. Good. How many we have? A lot, but I'm running out of resources, so I gotta do some mana generation. Good. Uh-oh. Pandemonium chest in the middle of this. I need it. Okay. Good. Still good. Still good. We can keep going. I should probably rethink my decision now. Come on. We're gonna have a Realm Walker that's gonna show up pretty soon. I should probably take out the Elite before that shows up. Okay, pick it up. Pick it up. Good. Heal. Nice. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we're good, 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 we're Gucci. Oh, more enemies showed up right then too, so I can't pick up the spears. Got a living steel. Pick this up. Okay, good. 200 gems or shards. So we're gonna go for the gift of protection first. Then after we do the gift of protection, hold that thought. Is the best experience farm in the game currently. Let's shoot this a couple times. My cutthroat skill. Gonna do that. Okay, that's dead. You're gonna see me like level up a couple times probably off of this. Yep. So I got 2 level ups just from that game mechanic. Paragon 125 now. Let's use this. Good. Let's get this. Good, good, good. Pop this. Open. I was hoping it was going to be a chest with a lot more. It's okay. I have a solution to this problem. We have an orange chest over here. Let's go push our way towards it. Without fighting any more enemies for the moment, so that the counter goes down a little bit. And that should be able to push me to the range. Oop, overshot it. It's over here. Gonna just do that. Let's open it as fast as possible. Oh, that's what I hate, is the enemies always know that you're going for it. Actually, a decent amount of stuff dropped in there. Okay, let's take care of that. Infernal Horde Compass. We might have an upgrade to an item, potentially, too. That could be good. So we can upgrade a yellow to a legendary gear. Alright. Go back to base. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to break down some of this gear. Because there's some gear here I don't honestly need. Like, I don't need that glove. I don't need that. I don't need that. This is weaker than what I have. 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 This is weaker. This is weaker. If it had dexterity on it, I might mess around with it in the cube to be able to fix it to get better stats. It's not completely bricked of an item. It's workable. And if it's workable, it's better for us. Alright. We should collect from the Tree of Whispers. Is there one on this area? If I'm not mistaken, in Traversal. Be down this way. Alright. Should be like looped around somewhere unless they removed it. Did they remove it from here? That it's all the way over there. That's so far away to go for it. Why is it all the way tucked over this way? Make it make sense. Why can't that be like closer to the actual waypoint? Alright, so we have a choice. Helms, amulets, gauntlets. I think we'll take the helm. Mostly we're gonna get junk off of those things, so it's not gonna be like super impactful for us. Keep that in mind. Most of the stuff that we're chasing after right now should be mythic gear and unique gear. So purples and white gear. We've got a couple things that have helped our build, but we need to get much stronger. Let's go back to the main area. Because I just prefer that layout in terms of the town. Because everything that you need to get to is like very concise, as opposed to that town layout. It's just like an unmitigated disaster. They have everything far and away, as opposed to here, which you'll notice in a second. Everything you need is all in one convenient spot. The blacksmith is here. The Gamba is over here. We have the gem crafter over there. The cube. The cultist. There's a lot of things here. Let's chunk that. So I'd rather be in this town to do most of the stuff than the one. This is all crap loot too. That does not bring me joy. Bunch of poop. Okay. Break it down. Do that. Let's check over here. Season. Got a nurse season reward. We should probably start opening this stuff. Okay. Let's check up on earthings. I think maybe I'm gonna call it here for the day. Experiencing a lot of issues with my ISP. I don't want to continue to stream if we're having issues. I can't really figure out why we're having issues today. I've restarted a couple times, but I don't want to kind of continue to keep going if it's lagging. Let me double check here. Thank you, whoever that was, for the like or follow on whatever media. Let me double check here. Because if it's going to continue, I don't really want to keep playing because I don't want viewers to have like a choppy experience. Let's see. I'm going to stay in green. OBS. Do I get my frames back? Do I not get my frames? Okay. I'll go a little bit longer because I want to at least get to 7 o'clock. I'm going to do a pit run. Let's do the pit run. I'm gonna do Torment 4 and see if we can push that. Draining resources does not count for spending purposes. That is true. Can I do this comfortably yet? Survey says sort of. I might be able to finally move into Torment 4 in terms of like progression's sake. Good. Block. Move. Good. Alright, move. Watch out. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of hatred. Oh, because it's the event enemies. We're gonna ignore them, because those are the ones that ruin the pit runs. And just focus on the actual meat and potatoes of the pit. Just the regular enemies. They're better off for what we're trying to accomplish. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of hatred there too. Are they dead? Maybe Torment 4 pit, not the best of ideas. I think we still need like a lot of ancestral gear if we want to be able to do this comfortably. The thing too is like those seasonal rips that appear in your pit runs is just... I mentioned it earlier, but for people who maybe missed it, they really ruin your runs quite a bit. Okay. Good. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Go up this way. Avoid that. Decent. Let's avoid here again. Grab that. Watch out. We should probably not stand in the center of a whole bunch of AoE. Crazy concept, right? Good. Good. Let's take care of that. Watch our back, literally. Okay, nice. Oh, that's so many enemies. I gotta avoid that. Torment 4 difficulty, by the way, is not super easy. I know that might be copium for some people. It goes all the way up to Torment 12, but Torment 4 is basically like putting the game on... There's normal difficulty, expert difficulty, hard difficulty, Pentium difficulty, then it moves into Torment levels. So there's Torment 1 through 12. So basically I'm on like expert mode, like 5 or 6 you could say technically. Actually, probably more than that. 4. Basically expert mode level 8 for all intents and purposes right now. If we had to equate it to something, it's like a much harder difficulty. We might be slightly undergeared for it, give or take. Good. Good. Avoid. Avoid. Nice. I like it. I like it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Good. 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 Avoid. Oh no. It's okay. Don't panic. Who's panicking? I'm not the one panicking. You're the one panicking. I'm totally panicking right now. Okay. Oh, don't drag me back. You're playing dirty. Okay. Managed to survive that. Okay, we're still doing good. Just obviously a bit harder. We were doing good until that stupid thing showed up. Let's ignore those enemies. Those enemies have like a lot of modifiers. They will slow us down. They will ruin the run, so it's better to just kind of not engage with those. Instead, we can engage with these enemies to build up the gauge. Yep. Good. Shoot, 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 shoot. Nice. I don't like bouncing into the wall, though. Got slowed down by an enemy that actually casted like a slow effect on us. In case you're wondering why there was that little bit of a pause. Alright. See how they like to just for all these portals? That's gonna put way too many modifiers. Avoid those. I hope they do a hotfix where they just don't have like that type of tomfoolery in the pit. We don't need the seasonal objective in the actual pit. It's annoying. Nobody wants to see that. Particularly players are just trying to do like a quick pit run. Oh, we're chained. We're shackled. I must break free of these chains. Nobody chains Dread up. Okay, we're good. Good, we're Gucci. Maybe we're not Gucci. I think we're fine. Ironically, I think with this pit run, the boss will probably be easier than the actual enemies we engaged in. Oh, no, I don't want to play with that portal. Leave me alone. I'm just a little guy. Okay. Good. Let's move up this way. Okay. Let's see. Okay, nice. Well, the boss spawned back. I can take care of some of the little guys. See, we do more damage to the boss than we do the enemies. Make it make sense. We do more damage to the boss than the actual enemies. The enemies are harder in the pit run than the boss. Oh, it's a one-hit death. Gotta be careful. That's what I get for clowning around. Stop clowns belong in the Circus Dread. They don't belong on YouTube. Well, I mean, some people consider streamers clowns, I suppose, right? Oh, we got another iron. That will be useful later. Thank you, our NPC partner. I have a fear, a linta, and a barrier. Okay, we're getting good. We have at least a 3-piece bonus of this, which is okay. Okay, we're getting better. We're getting somewhere here. This is the 3-piece. We're gonna swap that. We're gonna swap that. We're gonna swap that. I need the rest of the set so I can have the full bonuses. 2 more. Now that we swapped those, we're gonna put these back in. Right? This is a 2-piece bonus. What it gives me? Damage reduction, damage. Let's keep that for now. Alright. Is there any that give me 6 charm slots? This is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. This is 5, you son of a biscuit. Alright, let's get rid of these. That's not gonna be useful. I mean, it's nice that they drop, but... Pick this up. Let's see if it's in there, one of the things that we don't have yet. Nope. That's Fear of Sightless. Okay, let's upgrade the glyph. That's what we came here for. Fluidity... Nope. A 70% chance on that. Okay, good. That wasn't a completely wasted run then. Alright. Let's go back and do the war plan. I'll probably play like a half hour more of it so we can have like a nice round out number for the stream. And then after that, I go. I had a fun time playing. I always do enjoy this game quite a bit. Let's see. It's up to here. Got another level up for level Paragon 126. Really amazing. Most of this stuff is garbage too, so it's just going straight to the merchant. Is it ancestral? It's not. It's so unfortunate. Nothing good, nothing good, nothing good. Fortunately, we haven't gotten really lucky with the loot today. Today was a bad day for loot. Okay. Try some stuff here too. We have 17 of these. Start transmuting. Oop. Sorry. Let's transmute some of this stuff. This gives you items, in case you're wondering. Maestro, Desperate March, so maybe we can get some stuff that we need for the build. I hate that gauntlet. The Maestro, Twisting Blades. I'm not playing a Twisting Blades build. Desperate March, Evading Leaves Caltrops. That's good for the trap version. I'll save that for later in case I swap to it, but I kind of want to play Barrage. Alright, let's keep rolling some stuff too. How many to do this? I don't even remember. The unique version of it. These are things you get from, like, running the Hell Tides, for those of you who, like, probably, like, don't understand. Malignant Heart. Druidator's Mask. None of these I can do. Greater Lair Boss. We're gonna fight a Lair Boss, a tough one. I want to do that. See if I can get the pair of pants that I really need. It should be the one that I'm looking for. It's gonna be a tough fight though, just so you know. Then that's not the one I want to do right now. This is Uavar. I don't want Uavar. I need the Harbinger one. Not you, I'm Dario. There it is. I need to fight the Echo of Mephisto. Or the Harbinger version of Mephisto. It's like the wolf. It's a hard boss battle. I don't know if I can do it with this build, but we're gonna try. Wait, this is Duriel. I don't want Duriel. I mean, Duriel could drop good stuff, but that's not what I want. I need Mephistos. Game tricked me. Either that or Dread didn't read. Streamers read? They never do that. Let's see. This is the... No, I don't want the Butcher. It's not it. Where is it? Belial? I don't need Belial. They changed the keys, how the keys work this season. I don't know if I like the new system for it or not. This is the Duriel, so it should be somewhere around here then, right? Hear noise in the background, please find live in noisy city. There's the one I want. There's the one I need. Here's the one I desire. Alright. Activate that. We're gonna fight the Echo of Hatred. Yeah, just use the altar here. Well, it's +6. I don't know if this is a good idea. These guys are +6, then the freaking Harbinger is gonna be even harder to beat. Well, we're already here, so we might as well do it for science, Dreadknights. At first you don't succeed, cry again. No, try again. That's how the saying goes, not cry again. There's no crying in gaming. There's no crying in baseball. Anybody seen that? League of Their Own? It's a good movie. Oh, we're about to do no damage to this boss, I think. I'm scared. Please hold me. Okay. Ooh, I should have lowered the difficulty. Okay. It's alright. It's okay. Don't panic. I'm panicking. It's okay. It's okay. Just lock in. We got this. Just lock in. Don't be bad. That's all we gotta do is don't be bad. Don't be bad. Oh, yeah, please don't do... This is the hardest part of the fight. It might not look like it, but he's got like a one-shot KO that he does. You gotta like hope that you can fire Hadoukens. Come on, come on. Before he one-shots you out of a portal. This is why I don't really like fighting this thing, because... Pick it up just in case, because I think I need it. I almost died. Oh, poison. No. Oh, can I Hadouken you like that? Could you just get stunned from that? I've never tried. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, no. No, don't corner me. Okay, come on, come on, come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, come on, come on. Please, 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 please. I don't want him to go into the final phase. Oh, son of a biscuit. This is where things get bad. And by bad, I mean we're kind of screwed. I have to shoot. I have to break him free. While also avoiding the one-hit deaths all around. Come on, go, Jesus Lion. Baccarat was kind of like Jesus in the game. Kind of. Sort of. Oh my god. Watch out. Watch out. This is a bait and switch. I know it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for a dread. Lock in dread. Lock in dread. Lock in dread. Oh. Where's the lion? Oh. Come on, I need more of those. Okay. Go away. I told you. I told you we were going to be able to avoid all of them. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. I'll try it one more time, but I think we probably have to be a lower difficulty to fight this. Because this is an extra hard boss. Like, these are like uber bosses, as they're called in the game. We're not ready for it on this difficulty. We almost were. But almost don't cut it. Ooh, we're not the alpha of this. Okay. What am I talking about? Okay. 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 We're a little bit better. We're kind of... We're a little bit better. Oh, good. He's stunned. Good. I'm gonna take you to the pound, Wolfie. I'm about to clap your behind. No, don't... Ah, gosh darn it. Here comes the one-hit deaths. This is the part that makes his boss fight, like, such a nightmare to fight. Like, how am I supposed to avoid that? I had too much stuff going there. Alpha is a joke. Why do people get so mad over that? Alright. Let's lower the difficulty. A little bit, because I need the pair of pants. That is not what I wanted to do. There's no statue in this town. I wanted to go to the Earth town, you... I wanted to go to the Earth town. This was not the town with the statue to lower the... You son of a beach. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We just gotta go to one of the towns where there's a statue. Because God forbid there was one in every town, which would be a nice quality of life improvement. That would be amazing, but no. Can't have that. Can't have nice things, apparently. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so we got dumb it down. We're still not strong enough for that. Good on... Torment 2 should be fine. Shouldn't be a damage sponge at that point. Hope I don't have to summon it with another key, because I still haven't generated that key. But I hope that's the case, because if not, I'm going to be very angry over that. Alright, this is the run back, even though we had to lower the difficulty a bit. Just because I want to get this, like, farmed as fast and efficiently as possible. You gotta... Realistically, Paragon 1.6 isn't the best time to still be doing some of these. Like, I should have been realistically a lot higher than Paragon board. I haven't really masterworked a lot of stuff here just yet. So I think I was biting off more than I could chew. You can make me generate another key? Oh. I hope I can open the box, because if not, this fight's for naught. These gates still have a +6 on them? Aww. He's still +6? Is he now a fixed thing? Oh, if they change the bosses like that, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, don't like that. Think that's a crappy change, Blizzard. Oh, that's a really crappy change. The bosses are no longer... It looks like it's always +6 now. Oh, this is gonna be difficult, guys. I'm gonna have to relearn this boss fight and not get hit. Okay. Good. Come on. Hadouken. Come on. Hadouken. No, don't move. Okay, phase 2. Difficult content. Watch out. Come on, Jesus Lion, help. Oh, Jesus Lion. Come on. Jesus Lion, you're okay. Gotta avoid the one-hit KOs. Okay, good. Hadouken. Hadouken. I knew that was gonna catch me. Oh, I'm gonna crash out on this freaking boss fight. I think we hit a wall for the day. I'll try it one more time, but I'm starting to get annoyed. And if I get annoyed and triggered, that's not gonna be good for stream. Thank you, whoever that was, for the like, follow, wherever it was on Twitch or YouTube. I do greatly appreciate it. Okay. It's just gonna have to be a little bit more hyper aggro against them. You and your cheesy one-hit KOs. Gotta avoid that. See, anytime he jumps out of that, it's like automatic death. So it's like an unavoidable thing. And because the lion takes forever to spawn the stuff I need to be able to stop the portals. Case in point there, I almost died because of that, but now look. I gotta kill this one with regular power. And if not, the wolf is just gonna respawn them. Freaking BS, man. Because the freaking thing didn't spawn them quick enough. Anger. Gonna do one more attempt at it. But I think this is a come back and do it later type of content. Come on! Shut up! Okay, good. My resources are almost over, too. I gotta kind of get him stunned before he... Okay, come on. Come on. Nope! Oh, damn. This is why you can't get too aggro either. Now I gotta wait. Here comes the cheese. Looked like he was gonna do it 2 times there. Come on, spit him out. See, I could get an actual attack off if I didn't have to worry about... But here, I gotta be careful. Or this one. He's gonna probably crop out of that one. There's one left. Come on. Is that enough? No, there's still one up here. I'm just gonna try to kill it with my own hands. Okay. There we go, we got a stun. It's probably better to do it that way. No, don't you do that. Don't you do that. I'm trying to force him not to, you know, go into phase 3. We almost have him. Got him. Whew, that was tough. Be nice if he dropped something. We didn't get the pants. We got something for our troubles, but it wasn't what I was looking for. Unique. Endurate Fate. Well. C'est la vie. Sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. But we at least killed him, which is very important. Let's get seasonal. Collect. Do this. I think we have enough maybe to collect the rest of the Overwatch stuff, potentially. There's a Overwatch event, for those of you who don't know. No, still. Let's claim it. Probably never going to use any of these Overwatch things outside of, like, the pet. So one more 75, and then we can unlock that, which we still have to get with, like, in-game currency. Let's open this. Okay, great. Let's go back. I'm gonna probably fight a couple more lair bosses just to close out today's stream, just so I can get, like, some loot that maybe potentially need to make life a little bit easier for the rest of our climb. And then I will bid all of you a fun farewell. I had fun playing. Tomorrow I'm not on YouTube. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow. I think I'm playing Monster Hunter World. Because we didn't get to do it, I promised everybody over there. Monster Hunter World stream. Don't Starve Together, I'll play it on... probably Tuesday of next week. Alright, let's upgrade some stuff. Maximum reach, but I can't do the last one because it costs more obols than we have at the moment.
You take care now.
Yep, thank you, you too. At least we maxed out the weapon. For now. Put that away, put that away. Oh, so... lair bosses for the rest of today. Had fun. We're getting much better with the build. It's coming along. You know, it's... the journey, not so much the destination, so to speak. What do we got here? What does this do? Your previous choice? I don't know if any of these are good. What's this do? I mean, that can't be bad. Anything that gives you more materials is always welcomed. Nerf boss, right? Can't do any more great bosses, but we can do stuff like the Beast and Ice. We can do... let's try Beast and Ice. I think Beast and Ice could be fun. So we'll do a Beast and Ice. After we do a Beast and Ice, maybe I'll do a couple R1s, and we'll close out stream that way. I had fun. I just died randomly. Without really ever doing anything because of a random spike. Let's call it here. Sorry about that. I know what's going on at this point, and it's just like, my ISP is like old. Okay? Be right back a second, and I'll tell you. About that. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna call it there for the day. ISP has been like kind of acting up throughout the stream. I don't know if it's necessary on my ISP. It could be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack it up for the day. I'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch TV. We'll be playing Monster Hunter World. I will probably play more like Diablo IV sometime next week. I don't know when. And that's pretty much what I have planned. I don't believe I'm going to be doing anything in terms of streaming on July 4th. So don't expect me for a July 4th stream. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for chatting. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. I'll see you all tomorrow over on Twitch TV for most likely Monster Hunter World. Till next time, guys.